Welcome to Netrush Report, your home for the most dramatic, emotional, and high-stakes stories in tennis. If you live for shocking rivalries, bold predictions, and the raw emotions behind the sport's greatest players, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update from the heart of the tennis world. Naomi Osaka's journey back to the US Open stage has been nothing short of remarkable. Just a year ago, she wasn't even competing. Her focus was on the most personal and important chapter of her life, motherhood. Her daughter, Shai, was born in July 2023. Osaka took nearly a year away from the sport, dedicating herself fully to her new role. Many doubted whether she could ever return to the peak of professional tennis. But if there's one thing Naomi Osaka has always proven, it's that she thrives under the toughest circumstances. Now, in 2025, she has fought her way into the fourth round of the US Open, her best Grand Slam performance since winning the Australian Open in 2021. For the Japanese superstar, this is more than just tennis. This is a statement. She's back. But just as the headlines were filling with excitement about her form, Osaka gave fans something deeper to talk about. Ahead of her clash with Coco Gauff, she said something that has touched the tennis world. "I see her as my little sister." Naomi Osaka didn't just give praise. She acknowledged the kind of relationship that transcends sport. It was a moment that made even the fiercest competitors stop and reflect. Coco Gauff, now 21 years old, is no longer the teenage prodigy who stunned the world at Wimbledon in 2019. She's the reigning US Open champion, a player with her own identity, her own fan base, and her own place in tennis history. But to Osaka, she'll always be that younger sister she once guided through the fire of the big stage. Then came the surprising twist. In her on-court interview, Osaka made a heartfelt plea to the New York crowd. She asked them for support. For a player who has often been open about her struggles with mental health, crowd support means more than just cheers. It's about energy, belonging, and the strength to keep pushing when the pressure mounts. And let's not forget, Arthur Ashe Stadium can be one of the most intimidating places in tennis. The New York crowd is famously passionate, loud, and unpredictable. Osaka's request showed not only her vulnerability, but also her determination to step into this match fully prepared, mind, body, and spirit. Osaka and Gauff's rivalry already feels like something out of a sports movie. Their head-to-head record stands at 3-2 in favor of Gauff, but every match has carried a storyline of its own. 2019 US Open, their first meeting. Osaka, then world number one, defeated a 15-year-old Gauff in straight sets. What followed was unforgettable. Osaka invited Gauff to join her in the post-match interview, a rare gesture of kindness that instantly went viral. It wasn't just a match, it was the passing of a torch moment. Australian Open 2020. Gauff got her revenge, defeating Osaka in front of a stunned Melbourne crowd. It was the first real signal that Coco wasn't just a rising star. She was here to stay. Subsequent meetings. Since then, Gauff has had the upper hand. She's grown into her game, matured under the spotlight, and now holds the advantage in their rivalry. But with Osaka back in full force, the balance could shift again. Asked to reflect on that 2019 night in New York, Osaka admitted it's still one of her most powerful memories. The sight of a young Coco, crying after the match, moved Osaka to break tradition. Instead of celebrating alone, she pulled her opponent into the spotlight. It was a moment of compassion that became one of the US Open's most iconic images. And now, years later, the roles have shifted. Coco Gauff is the reigning champion, while Osaka is the comeback queen seeking redemption. History doesn't just repeat, it evolves. Make no mistake, this clash is going to be brutal. Coco Gauff thrives in front of the New York crowd. Last year, she became the first American teenager to win the US Open since Serena Williams in 1999. She knows how to own that stage. Osaka, on the other hand, is still rediscovering her rhythm. Yes, she's been impressive so far, defeating Greet Minnen, Haley Baptiste, and 15th seed Daria Kasatkina. But Gauff is an entirely different challenge. She brings relentless defense, athleticism, and an ability to turn defense into attack in an instant. For Osaka, this isn't just a tennis match. It's a test of her comeback. It's proof of whether she can still stand toe-to-toe with the very best. And perhaps the most fascinating part? the fans, who do you root for when two of the sport's most loved players face each other? On one hand, Coco Gauff represents the future of American tennis, a symbol of hope and inspiration for the next generation. On the other, Naomi Osaka is a global icon, admired for her courage, authenticity, and resilience. The crowd inside Arthur Ashe Stadium will be torn between two stories. But no matter who wins, tennis itself is the ultimate victor. Matches like these are rare. They're not just about rankings or scorelines. They're about connection. For Osaka, calling Gauff her little sister shows that rivalries don't have to be hostile. They can be respectful, even loving, while still fiercely competitive. It's the kind of relationship that reminds us why tennis is more than just a sport. It's a family. And for Gauff, stepping onto the court against a player she once looked up to is a chance to show just how far she's come. A victory here would cement her dominance at the top. A loss, however, wouldn't break her. It would only add fuel to her fire. The winner of this match won't just earn a spot in the quarterfinals. They'll claim a place in tennis history. For Osaka, a win would mean proving that her comeback isn't just symbolic. It's real. It's powerful. It's championship level. For Gauff, a win would mean defending her title with authority, silencing any doubts about her staying power, and reaffirming that she's the new face of the sport. This isn't just a tennis match. It's a battle of eras, of legacies, of heart. So here's the question, tennis fans. Will Naomi Osaka's emotional plea and big sister energy carry her through one of the toughest matches of her comeback? Or will Coco Gauff, the reigning queen of New York, remind everyone why she's the present and future of the sport? One thing's for sure. This US Open clash will be remembered for years to come. This has been Netrush Report, your home for the most dramatic and emotional stories in tennis. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the stories that matter most in the tennis world. Because here, we don't just report tennis. We live it.